Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about 5 brands that I've never tried a single product from before, but have been on my mind and my wish list recently. So the first brand is Causemetics. This is a brand that I've wanted to try for a long time, and it feels like so many of their products appeal to me. It's Michelle Phan's makeup line. They went through a rebrand, I want to say sometime around 2016 or 2017. Before that, they had all of these big kind of life palettes with all these different shaped pans. It was kind of weird, but they've done a rebrand and they seem to be focusing more on staple everyday products that flatter a wide variety of skin tones. If you don't know who Michelle Phan is, she is pretty much what people consider to be the OG beauty YouTuber. I know that the very first tutorials I ever watched were from her Barbie makeup transformation and then her Lady Gaga Bad Romance bathtub scene tutorial. I think those were the first makeup videos I ever watched, maybe even the first YouTube videos I ever watched, period. So this is a brand I've heard about mostly through YouTube. A lot of the YouTubers that I watch, like Mariah Leonard, Samantha Ravindall, Khaki Reviews Beauty, they've used a ton of M's products, featured them in videos, and they've really started to pique my interest that way. I feel like I am going to bite the bullet pretty soon on something from Causemetics. It's just a bit tough because of the shipping and the duties, but they offer a ton of really good bundle kits on the website, so I feel like that would actually make it worth it because I'd be able to try out multiple products that I'm interested in at a lower cost. Kind of balances out the shipping. What's funny is that M is often highest regarded for their cheek products and their brow products. But those products in their line aren't really what is pulling me in. Their serum blush drops were on my wish list for a really long time, especially with the shade extension that they recently came out with this past summer, I think. But after watching so many reviews on them, I really just don't think they're what I'm looking for in a blush. They seem to be almost too sheer and too kind of oily. That serum-like consistency probably isn't what I'm necessarily looking for in a blush. I tend to like something a bit more soft focus and pigmented. The thing I most want to try from Causemetics right now are their lip products. For a wish list right now, I would include one of the Soft Blur Velvet lip liners. Those are $19 US, and I really want the shade Mink, which is kind of like a light neutral brown. Their lip cushion lip tinted luminizers also look amazing. Those are $22 USD and they come in so many beautiful shades. They actually look like they would be kind of a dupe for one of my favorite lip formulas ever, which is the Sephora Collection Melting Lip Click. While the two lines have a similar amount of shades, I feel like I actually prefer the shades that Causemetics has put out in their lip cushion. I just feel like they'd be more flattering and easy to wear. I honestly can't even pick a favorite. They all look like they'd be so beautiful. Then there's their True Glosses, which are $20 a piece. Oh my god, I want so many of these. I've heard that the formula is really lightweight and comfortable, and the shades, oh my god, they seem to have so many really nice pigmented deep gloss shades, but I think my favorites are probably Aurora Pink and Ash Rose. Those are the ones that are really calling to me. Moving away from lip products, they also have some brush tip liquid liner pens that I've heard really good things about from multiple sources. I have a Holy Grail black liquid liner already. It's the It Cosmetics Superhero Liner, but Causemetics carries a brown brush tip pen style liquid liner, and I feel like I would really like that one. I've been really into brown liquid liner lately, but the one that I have right now is pretty difficult to use, if I'm being honest. So I'd really be interested in trying that one from M. And their liquid liners retail for $21 a piece. And then one last thing, something I definitely do not need, but I really want still, is their Divine Skies eyeshadow palette. It's $38 US. It looks so beautiful and compact, and like it would flatter my skin tone and eye color especially really nicely. I'm waiting to see if they come out with some other colorways that might be a bit more unique before I jump in and buy that one, but I would be very sorely tempted to pick it up if I was making an order off the website, even though I need another palette like I need a hole in the head. Next is another brand that I feel like I have been waiting forever to try, and that is Thrive Causemetics. I've almost pulled the trigger on their website a couple of different times now, but the shipping and exchange rate always just kills me, and then I know I'm gonna get dinged with duties when it gets here, so I never end up picking anything up off of their website. It's another brand I've only ever really heard mentioned because of YouTube. I heard Kathleen Lights mention it first, and then Khaki Reviews Beauty mentions it a lot on her channel as well. Their whole shtick is that for every product they sell, they donate to a woman in need. Now, I know a lot of people aren't completely solidly sold on the ways that the company chooses to go about those donations. I'm honestly more focused on the quality and the formulation of the products that I'm purchasing as opposed to charitable donations. I know that sounds bad at first, but I would never want to purchase one product over another because I feel like I'm doing something good. I would much rather donate my own time and money on my own to local women's charities. That's just my preference. However, the formula on these Thrive products, they seem to be putting out these very powerhouse type of products. They just pack them with all these cool ingredients and then they make them super waterproof and long wearing, but not a pain to remove at the end of the night. It just seems like they've put so much thought into their formulations beyond, will this look good on a 19-year-old under studio lighting so we can sell it to people? They seem like they really care about making long wear, long-term beneficial products that are going to perform on the average person from any age group, which is a frighteningly revolutionary stance for a brand to take nowadays, I find, in the social media age. I also believe that all of their products are vegan and cruelty-free. Causemetics before was also cruelty-free, but I'm not sure if they're vegan. Onto the products that I want to try from Thrive. Well, I've always wanted to try their Buildable Blur CC Cream with broad spectrum SPF 35. It's $38 US, and it's been touted as this really great CC cream / foundation coverage option for somebody who's a bit more combo skinned and has a lot of redness to cover, such as myself. And then it has that added SPF in it, which is not going to be your only sunscreen, hopefully, but it's still beneficial. Their mascara's up there too. I think that one is actually their best-selling product, if I remember correctly. It's their Liquid Lash Extensions mascara, and it's $24 US, comes in black and brown, and it is a tubing mascara, so it removes mess-free with just warm water, and it also contains orchid stem cell complex to help condition your lashes, which pretty cool. It honestly just seems like a home run, and I am desperate to find a mascara that doesn't smudge on me. That's literally the only thing I'm looking for in a mascara right now. Okay, I want it to stand up to an eyeshadow look, but I don't want it to smudge on me. That's my dream. I've heard many people claim that the Thrive mascara is the only one that doesn't smudge on them because of that tubing formula, so I really want to give it a shot. I also really want to try their Filtered Effects Soft Focus HD Setting Powder. It's $35 US, and it kind of looks like your run-of-the-mill translucent loose setting powder with a little mesh sifter at the top. Now, I'm not normally a loose powder kind of bitch. This one sounds cool though. According to Thrive, this powder is good enough for your skin that you can actually use it to lock in your skincare at night. Say if you were wearing a more emollient or creamy sleeping mask. And I know people who have tried that and they say it really works and it doesn't break them out. So I'm like, oh, that sounds so cool. They've packed a ton of stuff into this powder. The formula contains vitamin C, green tea, cucumber, chamomile, and coconut. And it's definitely something that piques my interest because I've been waiting for a loose setting powder to truly wow me for ages now. The last two things that I'd want. Their Sun Chaser Blur and Sculpt Bronzing Powder in the shade Rhea that Kathleen Lights always talks about. That one's $32 US. I've heard it has a really nice blurring formula and it looks like a gorgeous shade for my skin tone. And then their Lip Filler Longwear Lip Liner, which is $20 in the shade Khaki. Yes, one of my YouTube buddies put out her own shade of lip liner with Thrive, which I just think is so cool and I just really want to own it. Her lip liner shade Khaki is kind of a mocha brown color, which is supposed to be really good for lip contour. I've seen her use it in almost every single video that she uploads, and yeah, I really want it. Next, we are going to talk about a brand that is not only very hard to get my little Canadian hands on, but that is also bougie as hell. And that brand is Westman Atelier. It's basically a luxury clean beauty makeup line developed by Gucci Westman, who is a celebrity and runway makeup artist. She's responsible for a lot of iconic looks of 2000 stars like Reese Witherspoon. And then she was also the creative director of both Lancôme and Revlon separately for a few years. So her brand, Westman Atelier, has been around since 2018, I believe, and it really focuses on that luxe feeling and that effortless, flattering, like 5-minute face. Like that, oh, thank you, I just threw this on kind of look. So the only place to get it in Canada right now is Holt Renfrew, but a couple of online retailers do carry it. And then like in the States, it's carried by Bergdorf Goodman and Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop Lab, for instance. The brand prides itself on not using things like PEGs, parabens, sulfates, talc, synthetic fragrances, as well as not testing on animals. Thankfully, I say thankfully because of the price, there are only 3 things that I want to try from Westman Atelier. But by God, do I want to try them so badly. First, there's the Vital Skin Foundation Stick. That one is $68 US. I know, it better be magic at that price. But apparently you need so little of it. A little goes a long way. It's so easy to use and it makes you look like perfection. So if and when I ever have that money to blow, I'm gonna do it. Then there's the Baby Cheeks Blush Stick, which retails for $50 US. These look beautiful. I really want the shade Petal, which is described as a dusty nude rose. Like, sign me up, take my money. And lastly, their Face Trace Contour Stick, which is $48 US in the shade Biscuit. That's the only shade they make. It's described as a cool beige coffee color. Samantha Ravndal in particular has me sold on this one. I wouldn't even think of buying it until I'm done with my Fenty Matchsticks in Amber, but when I'm done with that one, this might just be my reward. Another contour stick. The next brand is another one that's super hard to get a hold of in Canada, and that is Beauty Bakerie. This is a brand that says they want you to have your cake and eat it too, so having beauty products that don't need to be touched up 8 times a day. They are a Black-owned makeup brand, and their packaging is the cutest thing on planet Earth. It's all themed around baking and desserts, and it's an aesthetic that I can definitely get down with. They have a ton of different lip formulas, mostly liquid ones that are called lip whips. Those come in metallic, cream, and matte finishes. They also have glosses, little mini bullet lipsticks, and I believe they also recently came out with lip liners too. Out of the lip formulas, the lip glosses interest me the most. I'm just a lip gloss kind of bitch, and I've heard that these ones are very thin, comfortable, and very, very glossy looking. The shades are so pretty. They're $18 US, and the shades that I'm feeling the most right now are Drive Me Glazy and Snickerdoodle. A couple of the lip whips themselves interest me, but I don't know if it would be enough for me to actually go and purchase them. I like a lot of their purpley shades though, like purpley nudes, bright purples. There's 2 shades in particular, a cream finish called Bubble Wrap and a matte finish called Yogurt and Berries that I think would look amazing on me, if I do say so myself. I'm also kind of interested in some of their complexion products, though I'm not sure if they would end up being too dewy for me in the long run. It's something I'd be interested in doing a review on though. They just look so beautiful on everybody that I've seen wearing them. They're called the Instabake Aqua Glass Foundation, which is $34 US, and then the Instabake 3-in-1 Concealer, which is $20 US. Like I said, I'd be curious to try them. I'd probably end up throwing them in my cart if I needed to get to some sort of free shipping minimum, but they wouldn't be my main reason for making an order off of the site, if I'm making any sense. The main reason I actually want to purchase off of their site is a little cheek palette, actually. It is the Cotton Candy Champagne palette, and it retails for $38 US. I love the name, first of all, and I love the shades. They just look so yummy, and I want to blush drape with them like yesterday. The last brand that I'm going to talk about is actually available through Sephora Canada, so it might be a little surprising that I haven't given them a shot yet. There is a reason for that though. They are a fragrance brand, and they are sold online only. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Who is buying perfume not having smelled it first? And it's not like these are one-note fragrances either. This isn't like blind buying a hand soap from Bath & Body Works. No, these are pretty complex scents, and they're pretty expensive too. Before I go any further, the brand itself is called Etat Libre D'Orange, and they describe themselves as an alternative fragrance house that produces unusual and remarkable scents. I really wish they sold like some tiny sampler kit for $20 or $30 so that I could at least determine if the ones that I really am interested in would work with my skin chemistry. So there are two fragrances I want from the brand, and I haven't been able to get them off of my mind for literal years. The first one is called Fils de Dieu, which translates to Son of God. The brand describes it as an emotional fragrance inspired by and dedicated to the warmth of the Philippines. This is a scent that supports escape from conformity and eases the way to freedom by spreading a message of warmth and enlightenment. The keynotes are lime, coconut, and leather. Doesn't that sound literally incredible? Like, is it just me? Anyways, a small bottle of it, the 1.6 ounce, retails for $105 Canadian, which I guess isn't super unreasonable for a more indie perfume house. But I just really want to smell this before I buy it, obviously. If you own this, DM me your address, and I will pay you $10, and I will come to your house and smell you. You think I'm kidding, but I'm not. The second fragrance that I want from Etat Libre D'Orange is a unisex cologne called Je suis un homme, which translates to I am a man. According to the brand, it is a reinterpretation of cologne inspired by Napoleon and the heat of battle. The keynotes are bergamot, lemon, orange, cognac, myrrh, cinnamon, clove, leather, and patchouli. This one only comes in their larger 3.38 ounce size at $184 Canadian. I have yet to actually smell this, but I think about it frighteningly often. That's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed hearing me wax poetic about stuff that I've never even tried. If you've tried any of the products that I mentioned in this video, please let me know in the comments down below what you think of them. Until next time, everybody, have a good one. Bye.